Alright, so for the players that are joining, the Tomb of Horrors has resurfaced after hundreds of years. A group of adventurers from all over the world have come to enter it. Because so many of you have arrived at the same time, you each wear a sigil, which has been marked upon your person. Those who enter the dungeon to start with, and afterwards, what you do, what you see, what you experience is witnessed by those who are outside the dungeon. Therefore, you can see as coming in after the fact what they have seen and what they have witnessed and experienced. You know the traps that they have seen before, you know the places that they've been. It gives you a bit of a lead in. If someone dies in the tomb, the body of the one that has died will be removed by magic but replaced with a simulacrum. So therefore, if you wish, you can raise, animate, whatever. If you raise, it will come back. The gear that was on them will have gone, but if you raise them, it will return. A minute after the death, a new character will teleport in to the same location, but a safe location. So if that person died, for example, in the middle of a
In a
fire,
pit trap.
well, let's choose something else, such as a pool of lava. Okay, a pit trap you might be able to just be standing at the bottom and okay, but a pool of lava, if you were standing in it, you'd be dead. You'll be off to the side. You'll be in a safe location, or as safe a location as possible. So this is where we're at the moment. The 4 original adventurers who entered turned up back at the beginning nude because they went through a location that they probably shouldn't have gone through, or in an inappropriate manner. So they have now left and you have all stepped up to the plate. So what I will do is I will put you guys on the map and we will see whether... that's not what I want to do. I want to grab the banner for the players.
Is this a figurative or a literal plate?
Alright, can you tell me whether or not you guys can move your token and your retainer, please?
Let me just like... Alright. Oh,
Nib's good.
okay.
Simpson's good.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, everyone okay with that?
I'm just gotta find out.
Bob and Bob Jr. are good.
Blood trails, good times.
It's not a blood trail. It's I'll read out for those of you who weren't here before what it is. So you knew that because you're watching. Do any of you wish to have a note-taking sheet as well? You don't need to really take notes for story purposes, but you might want to take notes for other things. I can give you a handout if you want, or it's up to you.
Nah, it's all good, I'm right.
Cool, okay.
No, I'm good.
So,
Yeah.
you do know that there were multiple entrances. There was the entrance over here, there was the entrance here, and there was the entrance here. This one, the middle one, seemed to be the legitimate one. Alright, so it's not a blood trail, but what it is, bright, brilliant colours are seen everywhere. The stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colourful mosaic of stone with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide, snaking its way south down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above, for some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all these surfaces and then illustrated. The scenes show fields with kine grazing, a copse with several wolves in the background, workers of various races, and strange human-animal mixtures, pig-human, ape-human, and dog-human, going about various tasks. Certain of the frescoes show rooms of some building, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manner of things shown on the walls. So, That is where you are at the moment.
Fine.
None of you have light sources at the moment.
Alright, do we want to use mundane or magical one?
Alright.
I can get my
What magical options do we have?
I've got a continuous light.
Well, if that would burn one of your spell slots, but get it out of the way initially, and we'll have one continuously.
Yeah, I've already got it in a spell slot, so
Could we just like assume that we've,
No.
or could we just do it
You can
and
do
then rest before we go in?
You
cloak
can,
slots are pre-allocated, aren't they?
yes.
Like, so I have to have like yeah. So I thought, so I've already got it in my spell slot, so I'll burn it.
Okay, so you will cast that spell and remove that spell, because once you memorize the spell, you memorize a spell. It's not like 5th edition where you can like faff around a bit. This is a bit more strict. So that's fine. If you want to cast a continual light spell, what are you casting it upon?
I'll cast it on my my weapon. What is it? My mace.
Okay, so All right. What I'll do is I will give you a continual light orb, which you can move with you. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Give-
I'll make it controlled only by you.
So what I'll do is I'll just put dashes in front of the ones I have cast, so then it's easier to bring them back in, and I'll just swap out as I need to.
Okay, so if you were to, I'll move that over your character. If you were to shift drag, so select, sorry, not shift drag, just drag select over that square, so get your character and the continual light token, it will move with you. Or you can shift and select it, yep.
That's all right. Cool.
You only memorised the one of those, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Does anyone wish to light up torches, lanterns, etc.?
My Bob's retainer can have a lantern.
Alright.
That's probably not life for the time being.
Yeah, Nikolai's retainer.
Alright, so there's a lantern.
Simpson's retainer's going to have a torch, please.
Alright, so I'll put this for Bob. Alright. So you wanted one for your retainer, Mitch?
Yes, please, yeah.
Alright. I'll make that available for Mitch. Which one? Mitch, where are you? There. Alright, so you should have control of that one now. And you wanted a torch for your character, did you, Andy?
Yes, thank
Your
you.
retainer. Alright. And I'll make that controllable by you. There you are. Done.
How do you bind things together again?
Just either shift click or drag select.
Okay. And you can't set groups, can you?
The groups I find are very flaky. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I've seen
Yeah.
one of the tokens get left behind, and the group just expands and expands and expands, and then it's really awkward. This is the best way I found to do it, and it gives you control. It gives you control because then it's really easy for you to, if you want, just to leave it behind.
Yep.
And it's also important to make sure it's only the character who controls the lantern. One character controls the lantern.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
that's how I've set it up. So each of you only have control of it. Okay.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Sorry.
Don't worry, they've played with another Craig in the other game who had a habit of eating ice cream with smacking his spoon into the bowl as though he was digging for gold.
Digging for
That would
gold.
sound...
Playing cymbals in a rock band.
Yep.
Alright, so you're at the beginning of the tomb. Are you entering or are you going to sit at the front?
I think sounds like sitting out the front is probably the better option, but
It's
Yeah, it
probably
is the
safer,
safer
but
option.
it's fine.
So far.
I say let's go.
Send the retainers.
Always the retainers first.
They'd probably get through, and then we'd be like look like idiots.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
alive,
terrible? Like
idiots.
the retainers come out with all the wealth.
And then we murder them, and then we take their stuff.
Well, to be fair, they'd probably come out with all the wealth
Paladin.
because they're behind us. Take
Okay,
our loot back
okay.
out.
We murder the
Oh
paladin.
no, I'm grabbing
then
the red line. Don't grab the red line.
You must have drawn the red line then.
I did draw the red line.
Alright, well what if I put that on the map layer? Now you can't drag it. You can't grab it.
That would be great because that tells us where we can stand, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, that seems the safe path, so let's take the safe path.
Yeah, on the red line that's drawn, not the dotted red lines.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're looking more like someone else's mistakes or someone else's bloodstains.
No, they were the most.
Yeah, well, and the thief found all 3 of those pit traps by falling in them.
Dang.
Oh well, that's an effective way to find them.
It was very effective.
It worked.
It sure did.
So are we gonna go in? Are we gonna go in, or just look at this black opening for a long time?
Up to you.
Okay.
Well, actually, I won't go up the back, but kind of near the back.
Name your
yeah,
sex
got
tape.
that. So need retainer.
So does anyone who was there before have any advice for?
Yep, we have to go above this trap into that little hallway, and not go through the goddamn portal.
So
Don't go through the portal because we end up naked.
Yep, naked and missing all your shit. So that's obviously the wrong way.
so that at the end of the hallway, that's where the cross is. Is that bad?
No, we killed
No,
it.
keep going. No, it's a fair way down. Fair way down.
But we're not following the red line anymore.
No.
No.
The red line
No,
was the safe way to walk along this corridor, but that's not the way to go.
That's if you want to continue going all the way down the corridor.
Yeah. Nib coming across.
Okay, that's fine. You can cross without problems. I mean, it's a little bit tricky, but you know you can manage it, given time.
Why am I not snapping the grid?
Aren't you? Stop!
No.
Stop! Hang on. Because what's happened is one of you were moving the torch, which was snapping to its position in the grid, and you need to move your character. So your torch was your primary token that you had selected.
Okay, so I was using that and it was dragging the rest of them.
Yep. What you can do if you want, we'll make it a sizable torch, which will snap to grid. So that way, if you were to select that square now with the, and I'll do the same thing for you. Oh, you don't have a light source for your retainer?
The retainer's meant to have the light source. Not me.
Okay, so that's what's happened.
I don't have one presently because I've got a double-handed sword.
Yep, so...
True. I should have my short bow out.
There you go.
Hold it in your cheek.
So you should be able to select drag that now. Is he still like...
Yeah. Still not snapping.
That's weird. Why isn't he snapping? Hang on, let me just... I blame Minig.
I blame
Definitely
technology.
Medig's fault because he's not here. So blame him.
Let me just see. Let me...
How long till your internet drops out because of the rain, Julian?
It's snapping for me. What's going on with you? That should be okay. I think it's okay. It's not that heavy. Cross fingers, because I've just said that it'll drop out in 5 seconds. That's how these things work, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's snapping.
Weird. I don't know. You're moving both of them together? Okay. That might be also part of the problem. You're moving 3 tokens together.
So is everything dead in this room?
There was just the one thing. It was a. I can delete that if we don't need that anymore, unless you guys want it still in there.
Nah, take it off.
Alright. So it was just a giant mutated gargoyle with 4 arms, but after it was slain, it turned to a pile of rubble.
We also found a necklace on it that had a clue in it.
It did.
Ooh.
What was the clue?
It was a small little.
Yeah, did we get that written down somewhere? I think we just got it in the chat at one stage.
You did. It said, "Look low and high for gold to hear a tale untold. The archway at the end, and on your way you'll wend."
We got winded.
We sure did get wended.
All the wends.
The archway at the end, and on your way you'll wend. Yep, the archway at the end, and on your way you'll wend. That's what happened. We got wended. Nakedly wended.
Some might say it's the only way to wend.
Okay, so the statement of your sacrifice was not in vain. Look to the fourth for your gain. That was given to us after we destroyed all of those, all of the gems.
After the previous characters did, yes.
Yes. So that was whispered to us or said, or I can't remember how that was conveyed.
It was conveyed via the spellcasters among you would know a magic mouth spell that was upon the gargoyle statue.
Okay. And that's right. There was and then we found the invisible. Was it a potion?
It was a stone, an uncut diamond, a large uncut
That's
diamond.
And it was invisible. And then we made it not invisible.
Correct. And then it became gone like the rest of your gear.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just checking. Just clarifying. Rightio. Now I have to remember which way we went. Was it this way, guys?
Yes.
Well, there's a red line across that opening.
That's right. There's lots of spells in there.
Traps and magic traps, you would remember from watching the other characters suffer through it, with secret doors that all needed to be open in certain ways. Good thing is the secret doors seem to still be open.
Okay.
To run. Run!
The paladin moves in
Okay.
and begins moving through the secret doors
Okay, keep moving.
with his retainer.
Keep moving then. Are you moving at a clip? Or are you strolling leisurely?
No, I'm moving quite quickly because we know that... Why am I dragging the red thing?
Ah, that means you drew that red thing. Hang on.
I'm deleting the red thing. It's gone.
Good. And you, once again, not snapped to... There you go. Now you're good.
Moving at pace.
Yep. So these are little 10 by 10 by 10 rooms.
So hard to navigate with multiple characters.
No, it's not.
I've just put them all on the same square.
No, that's not a bad idea.
These are small 10 by 10 by 10 rooms, and there are small little indentations over the floors and ceiling. The walls and ceiling. And upon watching the previous group go through here, you'd notice that magical bolts were flying through at a fairly rapid pace and whacking everybody.
So is the Paladin still racing ahead? I'm trying to catch up to him.
The paladin is through.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm racing through too.
There he is.
The halfling has no visibility at the moment.
Yay! My return is gonna light.
Right.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
I'll give you
Sorry,
a
I didn't think of that.
Hang on. Let me give that to...
Is that party balloons in there?
No.
Kind of.
I'll just give that torch control to Javo. I'll tell you what they are. Okay. So this room, they aren't actual balloons. They aren't three-dimensional. They're two-dimensional. They're just in that position, so it makes it easier for you as a group to be able to see what's going on. All right. So this long room has a floor of inlaid tiles, and the walls and ceiling 15 feet above are painted with figures of animals, strange signs and glyphs. Humans and human-like creatures hold two-dimensional spheres of different colours and in different poses. I'll show you the handout. It's already in everybody's journal, but I'll flick it up on screen. Oh yeah, I'll show you the this was the entrance I forgot to show you because 2 of the new players haven't seen it before. So that was the entrance that you came through. And if you have a look at the entrance one, where the image of the door with the hands on it is, that was where the concealed door that you went through down the tunnel was. That got peeled away. The handout 10 is the room that you are in now.
So we determined, well, the previous party determined that the ones that I've marked there with blue were emanating with magic. And which ones did they determine were actual tunnels, like they're hidden by images? The gold one was definitely one.
Which ones are blue? Oh, those ones, yep.
Yep. From now on, though, I'm going to make it. You have to remember. Maybe you were out getting drunk when this was happening.
Oh, look, I really wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
He's a brewer.
Exactly.
The gold one was where we found that guy who had the stone, and we had to crush the gems.
Yep.
And the black one was a hallway that kind of just seemed to lead nowhere. Although, no. I wasn't using the best character for trying to find shit, but
No, it didn't lead. It didn't lead nowhere. It led back to the start.
no, I didn't. Remember, it went under the pathway, and it went down this weird hallway, and there was a long way to go to find a dead end. And then
I'm drawing a blank on that one, to be honest.
That was because
Definitely out getting drunk.
Focus on telling you something you shouldn't know then, because you might not have. It was just me that went down the hallway, and it went for ages and wound its way back around underneath this hallway, and then through to a dead end.
Okay, well in that case, I definitely don't know.
Which colour was that? Which colour was that, Craig?
It was black.
So there looks to be a door behind bronze, and there looks to be a door here too.
Correct.
And we determined they were trapped, didn't we?
Did we get in the bronze one? I don't know if we did anything with the bronze one.
So what are they? They're just pictures on the walls?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Coloured orbs on the walls. They're just
Have a
out
look.
away from the wall so we can see.
Here you go. Handout 10 again.
Yeah. So those orbs are
and they're different colours, and the colours are listed there, and some of them in different positions. For example, the gold is held high above the head, the orange held at the waist, purple at feet, etc.
I reckon we go and search every single orb and see if we've missed something, and then we retrace our steps. Because that we can't go down that right down the very end of the corridor. We can't go through that archway. That's the thing.
Well, that's the naked archway.
That's a naked archway. That's right. That's the
party archway.
Yeah, it parts our wares from our bodies.
It's not the
obviously
departure.
Obviously, Acererak is a giant pervert.
Well, we knew that.
So you said there was a door that went back to the start. Which one was that? Like one of the passages.
No.
Right down the bottom of this, there's a archway with a teleport thing, and it sent us all the way back to the start.
Oh, which one was red?
But didn't someone say they also followed a passage and it went all the way back to the...
No, it did go... Well, that was...
Oh, was that the black one?
I think that was
kind of
confusing.
nowhere?
No, that was a different passageway. That was back outside.
Okay, so we should be checking all of these things for hidden things.
Oh, well, I think
so we searched
everything.
Everything here we searched for magic. The gold one was magical.
And the black one.
The black one was magical, and the one down where I am, there's a red one, and that was magical as well.
Well, what's the red one got to do? Did we do anything with the red one?
No.
Because I thought we explored everything and went. The only choice we got left is to go through this barrier, and that barrier screwed us.
Well, there was these two doors up here.
Behind orange and next to purple.
Yes. But I'm pretty sure that they were trapped.
Can I detect traps and search this doorway that I'm standing at?
What is your find remove traps chance?
Where's my thief skills? Here we
About
go.
halfway down.
Find traps is 110.
Alright. You have a bit of a look. It's pretty hard to find, but you have a bit of a investigation, and you believe that yes, the door seems to have some kind of trigger mechanism on it. You're not exactly sure what kind of trap it is. The trap is behind the door, but there is definitely a trap.
Okay, where's Bob's retainer? Bob's retainer and the lantern are going to stand on the other side of the room, while Bob, can he remove traps?
You can. You're not sure if you'll be able to remove this one because, as I mentioned, the trap is on the other side, but you might be able to disable it.
We'll disable it. Is that the same skill?
Yep.
Find traps, remove traps. Yeah, I'll try and disable this
That's
trap.
a great bunch of people there for if it's an area of effect.
I'm going to yell
I
out
was
to
thinking
everyone
about
to
that.
run away. Bob's retainer's going to go to the other end of the hallway too.
Okay. Sure.
Look at everyone back me up. They're just smoke.
They are. You said run away.
I'm ready to heal you.
You said run away, and they're doing what you said. They are backing you up by, trusting your judgment.
Yeah.
I'm a professional. Don't try this at home, kids.
All right. You have a bit of a fiddle-dee-dee with the door, and you believe after a small amount of time that yes, you have in fact disabled the trap.
I'll open the door then.
All right. The door opens, revealing a stone wall beyond. It is going nowhere. There is no tunnel, no room, just wall.
What on earth is Manig doing talking?
Is
I
it?
still have control over him.
You must... No, I removed your access.
No. It has
That is because
player
that is
name.
The player name.
There you go.
Just change his display name.
Don't tell me I have to...
Go through and take everyone's permission off torches and lanterns and all the rest of it. I've created a monster.
I will smite thee down.
Oh dear. Can I search this this blank wall to be if it's a secret door?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up here. Just hang on a second. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to edit this. And
Sorry, Julian. I shouldn't have done it. But
We didn't mean to break the game.
I'm going to edit that,
Oh,
and I'm going to remove
this
this.
happened in in the other week game.
But we have
Yeah.
only one player that does it, and you know, now
Everyone does it.
now
Everyone does it.
you know, this was to make my life easier, but now it's going to make my life harder. Thanks very much.
Hey, look, we can just promise not to do it.
Oh, cool.
And move on. The
Yeah.
joke's been done now. So
Oh, I've already.
We're happy to let it lie and keep dying.
I've already changed the controlling attributes for all but one thing, so let's just do it all. There we go.
You know we're all going to look for what the one thing is, right?
Because I just finished doing it.
Ah,
Right. Okay.
I searched the empty wall for a hidden door.
Oops. All right. And you have a bit of a search. You find nothing.
Maybe I should just headbutt the wall and see how that goes. Can I do the same on the door above it? Detect traps?
Sure. You find what appears to be a similar mechanism.
I'll disable the mechanism. Oh, people probably shouldn't stand behind me.
Are you still typing as torch? I thought I removed your... How can you be typing as torch? Oh no, it's not torch. Alright. I really should make my screen a bit bigger, but it's really small. Alright. Yes, you believe after a bit more jiggery pokery, the trap has been disabled.
I shall open this second door.
Okay. Like the first one, it is a wall beyond.
I shall check the wall for hidden doors.
Alright, you have a bit of a look-see and find nothing. The old Sergeant Schultz.
Anyone else got any ideas?
Hey,
Pretty magical.
Julian, that handout number 10,
Yes.
were there colours on that wall?
Handout number 10, yes.
Yeah.
So they're all different colours. So you can see one of them is black, the one with the Hydra. That's the black one.
Yep.
And then, yeah, those other ones. The pink one, for example. Where's Pinky Pink Pink? Held high above the head, which is what you can see is the serpent human one. Then you've got the bird-like creature, which is what the yellow, and that's at the shoulder, and then the one with the human holding it above is green, held high above head as well. So
Okay.
forgot that I was muted again. For fuck's sake.
And the Hydra, are all of its heads the same colour?
it's a greenish with gold tint Hydra, and they are all the same colour.
Okay.
Were you trying to say
So-
something when you were muted there, Andy?
No, I was asking the same question. What colour were the Hydra heads? But I've been muting and unmuting it because I've got the family sort of half talking to me in the background.
Maybe they've got an idea what to do.
Maybe, possibly.
Go back through the arch.
That's a great idea. We should totally not do that.
Maybe the fifth and further on characters will go through without a problem.
Yeah, maybe it's just like charge it up so that you can get through it.
Can I search the pale blue orb or the wall around it and see if there's anything interesting there?
Sure. So the pale blue is held at shoulder height. You have a bit of a search around. You spend a little bit of time and find nothing. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Simpson would
comment.
like to inspect the red.
I'll come and detect magic.
I'll
Okay.
inspect the gold one.
Okay, so they've already gone through the gold one, so you should be able to see through the gold one. The gold one was an illusion, hiding
Yeah.
a tunnel beyond. When I say a tunnel, a crawl space. The gold one was sitting above head height, so it was 7 feet off the floor, and the crawl space was a 3-foot square crawl space. It was pretty tight for some of the characters to get through, but that's where they went. So you should be able to see beyond.
Do we know where it went?
That went down to the statue that was holding its hands open, and we gave it some stones, some gems, and it crushed them, and then gave us the hint about the what was it again? I don't remember what it said.
There was an invisible diamond
Yeah, that's it. Seeing stone.
that we don't have anymore.
Right.
Don't we? What happened to it? Oh, I thought we lost it.
Lost
Yeah,
everything.
we lost it.
All the
Okay.
other wares that we lost.
Okay, so the red one that you were looking at is held at waist height. And you're on your head.
Yes.
How are you investigating the red one?
Sorry, I was just muting again because they're making silly noises in the bathroom.
As opposed to making silly noises in the game?
The bathroom's right next to the study. They just finished watching Fifth Element, so they're all repeating everything. Okay, so we know it's magical. I'm going to jiggery pokery it, so poke it with my sword.
Okay, your sword goes through.
Excellent. So we found another hidden passage.
Does it come out whole?
Yes, does it come out whole, or do I no longer have a sword?
It comes out whole. Not with a hole,
That's what
but
she
it
said.
comes out in its entirety.
Thank you for clarifying. I convey this information to the party that we have found another passage.
Sweet. I should probably check the rest of them. I will check the bronze one. I'll probably start checking the traps, because, traps.
Sure. What's your find, remove traps skill?
Okay, according to my character sheets, it's 108.
Alright, you are sure that there is no trap there. The bronze one, for your information, is held at waist height, so for you, it's above your head.
Okay, I will borrow. I'll borrow the 10-foot pole off my retainer and try poking it.
Okay, Thud. You're poking a painted bronze sphere on a wall. Haha.
Excellent.
You should probably do that to all of them.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
So did we? Sorry, clarify. Did we actually disable that trap on that doorway or not?
The two doorways,
Which led to
No,
nowhere.
this doorway here,
yes, you believe
and
yes.
it led to nowhere.
No, it's just a wall behind the door.
No, that can't be right. Well, we've come across doors that are hidden behind mortar before, so maybe it's just a solid wall that's plaster that we can break through or something.
Well,
We should-
more
we should-
characters want to try that, I guess.
It's definitely worth having a look at.
Well, I'll go back up to here and get my hammer out and start banging at the stone.
Okay. You start banging at the stone. Let me make a roll. Alright,
The stone bangs back.
it does. Okay, let me put a handout in everyone's journal. And then go show to players.
Oh, look at that. That looks
Dang.
like an arrow.
It's
That does not look good.
okay. You start banging and realise that you have just set off the trap that you had disabled.
No.
Believed to be disabled.
Make a saving throw versus magic, please. As you as you start banging away at the wall, a blank wall, a spear suddenly strikes without warning.
I got to go get above my number, don't I?
Equal to or above, yes. If you just hit the saving throw, it will tell you if it's a success or not. There's a roll option there. So what did you need to get?
9.
So you failed.
I did.
Alright. You take 11 damage. Thunk.
Does that get halved because I'm a monk?
Nope.
Huh.
It's not an area effect.
I'm pretty sure it says if I make a saving throw versus magic, I get to take half damage, but anyway.
You didn't make it. You failed.
Yeah, not like other evasions.
It's only hit points.
So when
So what would he have got if he had?
So
what would
I'm
he
trying
have
to
gotten if he'd?
I'm trying to read it out. When
Sorry.
when saving against other effects that deal damage, successful saving throws result in no damage, even when damage would normally be half.
At 9th level, even when unsuccessful,
Correct.
you get half damage.
Okay, so you can take half damage. I was just about to read that bit as well. So, yes, you get half damage then. So it rounds down, so you would take 5. Actually, it rounds up, sorry, you take 6. There you go. I forgot you're a 9th level character. You're higher than that. Cool.
Okay.
Yes. The wall is still there. It has a few dings in it though. It looks pretty.
Does it look like the trap can be set off multiple times?
Possibly.
Right. Detect traps again and see if there's another.
When you detected traps, you were detecting a mechanism that would trigger it upon the door opening. The trap itself was was set off by you also hammering against the wall with your hammer. You believe that it possibly could reset. It seemed to have been partially magic in nature.
Can I see where the bolt came out of?
The spear, no. Simpson of the Riverlands wishes to enter a small hidden passage. Alright, let me go back onto dynamic lighting. I'll remove that from my screen. Dynamic lighting, and I shall grabbeth that, make it easier to grab because it's really, there we go. Alright, you should be able to see beyond. Can you see beyond?
I believe so. No, because I don't have a light source.
No.
Alright, sure. I will come and check for traps.
Alright, well move yourself up there. So yes, you believe...
See, I was the thief last game, and I have to remind myself, I can't check for traps.
So
I
yes,
should probably get someone to do that.
You believe, Bob, that you may be able to reset that trap off again.
Okay, does the wall look like it's taken any damage from my hammering?
As I said, it has a few dings in it. It is a solid stone wall from what you seem to be experiencing. When you hit it with your hammer, it reverberates down your entire body. Alright, back down at the red sphere.
Alright, so I guess I'll go here, and I've got a torch in my hand. I am going to check each square for traps. Presuming that's what you want me to do?
Yeah, I basically just wanted to know if there was a trap within there, but I was going to do it myself as I went along, and then I realised I can't do that. Well, I can do that, but I'll be shit at it.
Everybody can attempt to detect traps.
I've got magic. I got a crap load of magic to help me do that.
Alright, do
So
you have a light source?
Yes, I've taken the torch off my retainer, and
You're crawling in, so this is a 3x3 foot
Mm.
crawl space.
Yeah, it's probably a lot
Yep.
safer if the thief goes first.
And-
Apologies, I would have taken the lead.
for anyone else anyway.
And it's 4 feet off the ground. So get yourself a torch, and so you know the first square doesn't have any traps in it because the paladin wandered in there before realizing I can't
Sure
see
did.
trap.
So we've checked the black hallway as well, or just the red one?
The black hallway, someone's wandered through it all already.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one Craig went down, wasn't it?
Previous session, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you haven't found any traps yet.
Alright, I shall continue cautiously forth.
Mm-hmm. Still none. Still none. Still none.
I am going to follow,
Still none.
as is my retainer.
Still none. Still none. Alright, you have found a wall. The crawl space ends at a wall.
Cool. I guess I'll attempt to see if this is actually a secret door, or possibly any of the, possibly any of the adjacent walls.
Okay, so each wall is a check. Which walls are you wanting to check first?
Okay. Probably not. Probably according to the screen. Probably I'll check the one to the south, and I'll check the one to the east.
Alright. Checking, checking, checking. Okay, you find no secret door on either wall.
That's annoying. Sorry, Seebzen. Looks like a dead end to me. I mean, I can check the other check these other walls for the secret doors, but I'm not sure how good is the thief at detecting secret doors? Does that come under thief skills, or something
No.
different?
No, that's completely different. Everyone has a chance, depending upon how well hidden the secret door is, to detect it. Elves get a better chance than everybody, so normally you have a 1 in 6 chance of finding a secret door, unless it's a pretty badly made one. A elf has a 1 in 2, and if it's made in stone, a dwarf also has a 1 in 2.
Could you check magic? Or is it just traps? You can in secret doors.
Cool. That time we didn't have any doors or elves in the party.
No elves.
Cool.
Well,
You are
citizen
got-
shall exit from the tunnel.
You are
I've
all
got detect
humans this
magic.
time, except for the halfling.
As a cleric, I've got to check magic. Should I come down there and check to see if there's any magical shenanigans?
If you wish so.
If you want, I mean, we could just try bashing through that. Make an educated guess and try bashing through that wall and see what happens. Might not be trapped.
Oh, it's probably nothing there.
I mean, I can check that for traps, so that's a reasonably low risk endeavor. Maybe.
Hey, there's a light at the bottom of this hallway.
That's just
Why don't you
Don't
try
go
stepping
through.
through it?
Really
Can I go
shiny.
Can I get through?
yeah. That light is just where two dynamic lighting things haven't joined. That's all it is. Because I have to draw lines.
Alright, let me just go down that hallway, then the black hallway. Where is it?
That's racist.
So do either of these...
Was it black? Hang on, was it black or red that you just went down?
Just then they went down
Red.
to red.
We just went red. We've been down black before. Well, we haven't as a party, but the previous party did, and it was a similar thing. It came to a dead end.
So what are you doing when you get down there? Nib nib.
I'm going to detect magic.
Alright, you cast Detect Magic. And nothing. Nada. Zip zilch. There is no magic to be found, apart from what you brought with you.
Hang on. Is that on the portal?
No.
No.
He's gone. He's in the red tunnel. Red crawl
Ah,
space.
right. Okay.
I'll move back. If I use my Find Trap spell, That also does that detect magic as well as?
It
Or is it
detects,
just traps, isn't it?
it detects traps as per the name of the spell.
But not like secret doors or anything like that.
No, it detects traps,
Okay.
not secret doors.
Okay, cool.
There's a
What if the
detect
secret door had a trap on it?
Are you going down that way, are you? I can... Because that's a
Didn't this
real...
go further? Oh, that's right, this went further, didn't it?
Yeah, but I have to do jiggery pokery, or I can just shift you through, because you know what it does. Do you want me to shift
Just
you
ship
through?
me through, yeah.
Alright.
Just ship me through. I'm gonna go see if I can detect magic. See, this is something we're missing something here.
Okay. While this is happening, I'm just going to poke the rest of the unidentified orbs with a 10-foot pole and see what happens.
Okay.
That's it. Just leave my other guy back there. Is it alright?
Alright, so
Actually, no. Sorry. I'll check them for traps, then I'll poke them with a 10-foot pole.
okay. So, let me...
This is sounding good, yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
It is until the
Okay.
screaming starts.
Alright.
I'll detect magic.
Alright, let me just make some rolls here for detect traps. You're detecting traps on every sphere, are you?
Any sphere that hasn't been identified. Quote
Okay,
unquote.
so what I'll just do as well, because there's 2 new players here, down the bottom here near Bob's retainer and near Bob, this thing here is... I'll read out what that was, everybody, and I'll show you the handout again. And then I'll tell you all what's happening, including what Nib Nib is finding.
The portal
Craig.
of naked fun, yeah.
Alright, so this is the arch of... This is an arch... a stone archway before you was filled with a veil of thick vapours. The stones on either side of the base and the keystone protrude slightly from the stones around them. As you move to within touching distance, the left-hand base begins to glow. What colours were these ones? Hang on a second. One was olive, wasn't it? Hang on a second. What number was that? It was 10A. Oh, yep. As you move to within touching distance, the left-hand base stone begins to glow olive, the right-hand base stone citron, and the keystone 7 feet above russet.
What are those colours in man?
Citron,
They are
yellow.
olive, citron, and russet. So citron's
mostly
like a yellowy green, and russet is like a reddy brown.
Are there corresponding colours along this hallway?
Not that I can see.
I can't see a
vaguely.
citron or a russet.
There's a
orange,
red and scarlet.
gold, orange,
There's a
purple, brown,
pale
grey,
green.
bright blue, white, turquoise, scarlet, pale green, pale blue, silver green, yellow, pink, black, pale violet, red, buff, and indigo.
Are we able to take the like they're painted to the wall, aren't they?
They are...
They're not like an inset or an inlaid
No,
thing.
they are not. So anyway, let me just tell Craig what he was finding down here when you cast Detect Magic. Alright, let me just check where you are at, so I don't forget what you're doing. Ha ha ha.
Last a few rounds.
Yep. Alright. Okay. Yes, there is magic at the wall there. But you're not sure what it is, there just seems to be a glow of magic at the wall. Alright. Back to the corridor with the spheres. You were starting to prod the spheres, Jarbo, and check for traps. You found...
We'll take it for traps first, but yes.
Was there any... What was the order that you were doing them in? Because it might be important.
Okay, sure. So if I bring my light source back up here. So we check. Okay, so we've done our gold and orange. We've done. The pale blue one did nothing. The silver one. Okay, so
We came out of the silver one, didn't we?
You did.
yeah. So we've checked. Has anyone checked the pale blue one?
I don't believe so.
I thought I checked it for
Okay.
traps, but other than that, no.
Yes, but you didn't prod it.
I did not prod it, no.
Alright. And I'm just writing a sequence down.
There you go. Have you selected all your spells for your character, by the way, Craig?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Cool. Alright.
I just missed a couple because I didn't realise I had a plus on.
That's fine.
So I did it back.
Okay, so I'm using... Oh, what the hell even happened there? That was weird.
Is that the order in which you are wanting to check them?
Yes, I must... For some reason I've got 2 character entries, but anyway, that's a bit weird. Oh, maybe because probably because I changed my display name.
You changed your
Still
name. You changed your name,
Yeah.
and it's the character name. So, yeah, that's all right. Okay, so pale blue first. No trap.
Yep.
You prod it.
Okay.
Green.
And also, oh sorry, one other thing. My retainer's gonna go down to the portal and tell me, and he'll tell me if any of the colors on those colors on that portal and handout 5 actually change when I prod them.
Okay, leaving you in the dark.
I'll bring my damn torch.
You gonna have a torch? Alright, I'll give you a torch as well, do I? Or are you keeping that torch? The torches are about to splutter out, by the way. They only get an hour, and you guys have been faffing around now for a little bit, so you'll probably find that the torches will soon start to need to be replaced. But you get a little bit longer out of it, but not long.
Alright, let's light another one. Okay, cool. Alright, so pellets with no traps.
Okay, so to cut a long story short, the pale blue was at shoulder. No, that was pale violet, sorry. Pale blue was at shoulder, yep. No traps. And you put it in nothing. The green one was held high above the head, about 7 feet, but you've got a 10-foot pole. You weren't really able to check for traps from where you were. You couldn't get to it to check for traps. Are you still going to prod it?
Come on, YOLO.
Sure, why not? I will. I'll try and stand kind of
the
off to
term
the side
YOLO
of it.
is so shit. Because it's so obviously true. You do only live once, and usually die a lot quicker when you do the fucking idiot things that you do.
That was the point.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Solid stone.
YOLO.
Indeed. Pale violet. Hang on. Green. Yellow. Yellow being at the shoulder height, no trap, and solid. Bronze at waist high, no trap, and solid. Pink. Pink is held high above head. You cannot check for traps. Do you wish to prod it?
Sure.
Alright, solid. Grey is at shoulder. No traps. You prod it? Nothing.
All of this prodding's going on. There's no change to the portal, is there?
No, nothing has changed. If it would have changed, I would tell you. Are you staying down there, Craig? Are you heading back? Are you doing anything else while you're down there? What Jarbo is doing is taking a considerable amount of time. The torches have all run out. If you wish to relight one, please mark them off.
Yep.
You might want to keep track of how many torches your retainers have. Just put a note in your own equipment list, retainer torches or something like that. Also, you might
Yep,
want to
will
list
do.
with your retainer what type of item they took. If you have a look at the retainer backpack, they got a crowbar or a hammer and 12 spikes or a shovel or a miner's pick. So you might want to list down which each of your retainers are carrying.
Hey, Julian.
Yep.
I was going to carry it.
Did you say there's
hang on.
you could make it? Sorry.
So you keep going, sorry.
Did you say there's you could make a notes page available?
I
so
can
that
make that
the party can see?
if you want a notes page, I can easily do that. Do you want
Yes, please.
do you want individual notes or party notes?
Party note.
All right, I'll make it in the character section, handout, edit, party notes in all players journal, editable by all players. Done. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so mark off those torches if you wish to continue with them, otherwise delete them. Alright, so you got up to the grey one. You're going to continue with the bright blue. Bright blue is at feet, no trap, and you prod it, nothing. The pale violet being at shoulder height, you can check it, no traps, prod it, nothing. The white is at held high above head. Cannot check it, you're too short. Do you still wish to prod it?
Sure.
Solid. Nothing. Alright.
Lightning bolt.
Turquoise is at the shoulder. No traps. You prod it. Nothing. The scarlet is held at the waist height. No trap. You prod it. Nothing. And the buff one is buff at feet. You can easily get to that one. No trap. Prod it. Nothing. Alright. Is that all of them? Nope. Pale green is next. Pale green at feet. Check for traps. No trap. Prod. Nothing. If anyone wants to do anything, because this is taking Jarbo a considerable amount of time, feel free to tell me. Are you still staying down there in the small crawl space, Craig, or are you returning?
I'll dispel magic. Is the bit of magic happening here?
Okay, you dispel magic. And sure. Are you recasting detect magic, or actually your detect magic will still be going, and
Yep,
it is still glowing magic.
Still glowing. Okay, I'll hit it with my mace.
Okay. You hit it with your mace. Clang. Everyone hears a sound reverberate and echo through from the black tunnel where Nib disappeared some time ago. It sounds like something solid is being hit hard. Metal and stone, perhaps.
You're right, Nib. Which tunnel do you get down? The red one?
No.
I can't talk. You
I
can't.
said the black one.
He's in the black one, is he? Or the red one?
Never split the party.
Third time, black one. Alright.
I'm just going
This
to
one.
holler down there. Are you okay?
Do I hear that?
Not really. It's pretty windy, echoey. Oh, you hear something, because it does echo a bit, but, you know, it's a fair...
I didn't even know he went down there.
Yeah, he said he was
sneaky.
going down there.
Yeah.
He did.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'll check for traps. Not traps, sorry, secret doors.
Okay. You can't find any?
Did we do purple and orange?
I haven't got them all up to them yet, because what Jarbo is doing is taking a long time.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
whilst he was doing that, I was going back to see if anyone else was doing anything. And Craig had been down there for some time. So whilst Jarbo is still doing anything, his thing, does anyone else want to do anything to intercede or interrupt?
Down where the broken gargoyle statue was, that the previous party encountered.
Yes?
The previous party checked for secret doors in that room, didn't they?
I believe they may have. Don't make me remember. I'll say yes.
Sibson is going to. You'll say yes?
I'll say yes. That's the kind of thing you guys
Okay.
would have done.
Yeah, we were playing pretty pedantic.
I'd say let's say meticulous.
Meticulous. Meticulous is a much better word.
It sounds more professional.
It does.
I'm going to do it.
There's no
Give me the
professionalism
shits.
here.
I'm going to cast True Seeing.
Okay, good stuff. You see a secret door.
Woo!
Do I see how it works? How I
Yes, there is
can open it?
there is an opening that you can use, or there is a catch you can use. Yes.
Alright, so I open the door.
How long does True Seeing last?
Actually, no, I want. Yeah, I'll try to open the door. Just in case, because it won't last very long. It
Quickly,
lasts
run
for
through the
one
entire
round
dungeon.
per level. One round per level, so I'm level 14, so 14 rounds.
Go. Go, go, go.
All right. So just bear with me.
Because you see traps and stuff with that, don't you?
You can see everything.
You see
Everything.
everything.
It's a level 5, so yes, I see everything.
You see dead people.
He sees donglies.
There's a whole room full of them back here. They just don't know it yet.
True Seeing. The spell functions identical to the Cleric's. I was reading the wrong one. I was reading the Wizard's version. Alright, let's scroll back to here. True Seeing. The caster confers on himself or a subject the ability to see all things as they actually are. The subject sees through normal and magical darkness, notices secret doors, sees invisible creatures or objects normally, sees through illusions, and sees the true form of polymorphed, changed, or transmuted things. Further, the subject can focus its vision to see into the ethereal plane, but not into extra-dimensional spaces.
Yes, I see dead people.
Here's the thing, you can cast it on someone else, and I'm a monk and I can move ridiculously fast.
You can also cast it as a reverse spell to be false seeing, to stop people from seeing stuff. Alright, let me just check dynamic lighting, and I can remove that.
Oh shit! I rush back down the hallway.
Wait, you might not be able to.
Ah shit!
Alright, let's just see if you can. No, it's alright,
What's that?
hang on. Who's making all that noise? Alright, you can rush back down the corridor, that's fine.
Oh, whew. Okay, I rush back down the corridor. Hoping nothing is following me.
No.
Guys, there's this really cool thing down in that room. I'll just stand back here while you go and check it out.
Alright, so I run down the hallway screaming like a girl because, I am.
Alright, let me just go back here and I'll grab you and your thingamy-bob and shift it across.
My retainer was halfway down the hallway anyway. Could have heard me. Passed on the messages.
He wasn't halfway down.
I leave the retainer behind me, covering my ass.
Alright.
Angles are killing me here. God.
Just leave your retainer. You don't need to move him, do you?
Alright.
It'll make it easier.
Alright, I summon the party to me.
Is that a spell?
No, I'm calling out to you guys.
Get your
Hey,
retainer.
since you've got True Seeing happening,
Not anymore.
Does he see-
Yeah, I still would. I still probably would have it, yeah.
No, because it's a crawl space. You crawled all that way.
How many rounds?
A lot more than 14, because each round
Damn
is 10
it.
seconds. It took you more than 2 and a bit minutes to crawl that way. Because you're a sizable lassie, wearing heavy armour, carrying a shield and heavy equipment. Yeah.
he called you fat.
No, I called her.
Son of a bitch.
I called her muscular. She's got a
So-
she's got a hefty strength. She would snap me in half.
So I inform the party that down this hallway it leads into a really large open area. There is a what would you call it? A tomb or a
It looked to be.
I don't know,
It looked,
altar?
It
Maybe?
looked, yeah, and there was an altar there. It looked to be a chapel. You're a religious kind of lass, you know.
Yeah,
Being a cleric,
chapel-looking
you notice
type of
you
place.
notice a chapel when you see one.
And did I notice anything with my true seeing? Did anything look out of place?
Not really, because you basically went holy shit and turned and ran.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, because I'm a bit weak. I don't want to get smashed. Okay. So I think we should. Yeah, have we found anything out here?
Not yet.
Checking the last orb, but probably not.
All right. Let's check the last orb, and then if we don't find anything, let's jimmy it down this hallway, and we'll send the tanks first, and
All right.
I'll
Stand well
coming back.
behind them.
So the indigo.
Was there any creatures or threats that made you
I could
turn
not-
tail?
I could not see anything, but given how large the open area was, I wasn't willing to engage without the rest of the party.
That's
Fair enough.
reasonable.
It was a large open area, a very large open area where, you know, there may be things lurking.
Okay, so the indigo one is held high above the head. That was the last one you were going to do.
Yep.
You cannot check for traps because it's too high for you.
Yep. So I'll prod it anyway.
Okay, solid.
Cool. Well, that
Jeez,
was.
it'd be nasty if that was the only one that was trapped.
Well, that was like there was 3 or 4 that he couldn't detect for traps, and he still prodded them anyway.
Oh, okay, right.
Right.
The problem's
Into the
been-
crawl
Yeah.
space.
The tanks want to go down the crawl space first, and I'll everyone just come out and stay near the crawl space area.
Just bear with me. I'm just going to. If you just wait there. Actually, is everyone going in the crawl space? I didn't catch that. Sorry. Or you?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go after the tanks.
Yeah.
Who are
There's a
our taking?
retainer in my way.
That's my retainer. Hang on.
So I'm going to cut. I'm going to bifurcate the room in a second.
Is everyone still there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This went
just
really-
all gone very quiet.
Yeah.
Everyone's just waiting for me to do that because this is a map, a part of a map on a map. I have to do jiggery pokery. So this crawl space as well, it does kind of slope down as you enter in, and yep, feel free to move on through.
So who's at the front?
You are.
Wait, what? No.
I'm looking at the map, and you're the one who's at the front.
Someone get in front of me.
Simpson will take the front, yeah.
That's better.
Someone.
James, can you assume that my retainer's like just 5 feet behind me? It's just easier to put it on the same space.
No, because you call me James again.
Sorry.
Can I do
Julian.
it though, Julian?
Does everyone else in this room know who James is?
Henry's
I'm
met
just not sure
James.
who knows who.
Henry's met
Okay.
James, but Alan hasn't. So, I mean, how short and young do I look?
Oh, it's not that. It's just like it's being used to for the last couple of years. James being the dungeon master, and it just coming out as like you're talking to the dungeon master. Oh, James.
And me being the psychopathic evil PC.
That's right.
Actually, I don't think I was a psychopath. I was more a sociopath.
No.
Sociopath. Definitely sociopath, not psychopath.
No.
To be fair, nothing's changed. It's just a name.
And now he has a lot more control over our fates. Okay, should I stop here?
Yes, and I will read the description for what you can see.
Excellent. Are we looking down or looking up, or what level is this coming out at?
It's coming
Oh,
out.
blue blood.
It's coming out midway up the wall.
Okay.
Before we jump out, we should probably find out if it's a 40-foot wall or a...
Yeah, to say we need to get back in here, maybe.
Yeah, the wall is 300 feet high. You're coming out halfway up the wall.
Okay, so let's see what you can see from there. Since you don't have full visibility, yeah, you can't see a lot, but you can see glowy things. Yay, glowy things. Alright. You see what is obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, well, the walls that you can see. But the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there are also depicted various religious symbols of good deities. There is a mosaic path leading towards rows of pews. In the front of the pews, a wooden railing, which you can barely see in the shadow. There's a railing down here. A wooden railing seems to divide what you can see of the room. South of it is an opalescent blue altar that glows faintly. It sits in front of a tiered dais on which resides a wooden chair. The ceiling is vaulted, from what you can see, and reaches from 15 feet on the east wall to close to 30 feet from what you can see in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So you are about 7 feet off the ground where you are, give or take.
So we
So
could
you
get
say
back in
70 feet.
7 feet.
Right.
So is Nib behind me? Who's behind me?
That'd be Bob.
All right, I drop down into the room.
Okay. Move forward. More dynamic lighting messes up. Hang on a second.
I see nothing.
There's nothing to see, it's just a gap in the
Yep.
join.
So it's off to like just white space.
That's exactly what it's off to, but it looks annoying.
And makes players want to go and search for secret rooms.
Yeah, because to draw the dynamic lighting, I've got to draw lines around parts of the map, and then it stops and where there's like doors, etc. So there was a door here, and so that's where that. Or if I just draw one line and stop it, and then draw another line, if they don't join up neatly, which sometimes happens as well. So let me just draw on there. I mean, the dynamic lighting is really cool, but it can be a little... If it's a bit clunky, the map, it can be a bit tedious. Right, so there we go. I want some chips or crackers.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same now too.
Sorry. Does anyone else think following the blue mosaic's a bad idea?
That's how it works in the past.
Hey, royalty. It's only royalty that bleeds there, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going this way.
These are large brass candelabras. There are small, what appear to be possibly tallow or wax candles sitting on them, and they are illuminated, lit.
Alright, I'm down.
Down with it.
Down with the sickness.
To the does this pathway, it's just mosaic, is it? That's all it is? Not
It is.
footprint.
Can you explain what these are?
What are? That is the railing.
Is the
And what is
dais
this here?
up from
These
there?
things.
Alright, so and as I said, these are
Candles.
these are large brass candelabra with
Yep.
wax or tallow candles in them. I'll read out the description of this room again. You see what is
Thank you.
obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there are also depicted various religious symbols of good deities. There is a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an opalescent blue altar that glows faintly. It sits in front of a tiered dais on which resides a wooden chair. The ceiling is vaulted and reaches from 15 feet on the east and west walls to 30 feet in the middle.
Hmm.
The chair is, as you can see, as you get a little bit closer, the chair is nicely carved and padded but seems otherwise unremarkable. On either side of the dais are large, freestanding, large brass candelabras, each holding 5 white candles.
We need to detect magic on those candles because if they're still burning,
Well, I'm going to cast Find Traps. So as I'm walking through here, it's gonna automatically show me any traps. So just let me take the lead a little bit, because I won't have a pass fail with it. It'll just show me if they appear.
Alright, just bear with me. Find traps. What's the area of effect of find traps?
Range is 30, 2 turns.
So range is how far apart away you can cast it. So you could probably cast it on somebody.
Is it? Okay. There's
The
no
area of effect.
within
find-
range.
Oh no, within range. Alright, cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do, 30 area of effect, I'm going to put upon your character. If I go in here and put a 30-foot aura around your character and make your aura
Jesus
visible.
Christ. Yeah, that's a fair bit. It's a fair bit.
Okay.
and it lasts 20 minutes, does it?
2 turns.
Yes, 20 minutes. Did we lose someone?
Is that what 2 turns is? 20 minutes.
10 minutes per turn, yeah.
Good.
Okay. Jesus. I thought it was the 2 rounds.
No. Who'd we
That's
lose?
pretty powerful.
We lost Andy. And have we gained an Andy back?
Don't know what happened. I just lost voice. I couldn't hear anything.
Okay.
Random.
So you can see a little bit more, but we'll you have not seen any traps. You haven't seen any traps yet. Okay, I will explain.
Did I detect any evil? Or did you hear me ask if I could detect evil?
I heard nothing. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I must have dropped out before I asked that. Can I concentrate to detect evil, please?
Sure. That is a 60-foot area.
Correct.
So what I'm going to do with you, I'm going to find a token, and I'm going to give you an aura, and I'll make your aura a blue colour, and we'll put 60 feet on it.
Bleh.
And
It's a whole room, isn't it?
I'll go in. This will be for future use as well. So I'll put that on. You should be able to edit. Whee! You should be able to
Jesus.
edit. You should be able to edit your aura on or off.
Yep.
So you can just go and change your aura is always going to be visible if you have it turned on. So if you set your aura to 0, it'll remove. So
Yes. Okay.
the evil that you can detect are right. There is okay.
Evil candelabra.
The altar detects as evil. And whether or not any of the party members are evil, they might show up. Is anyone evil?
Nope. Is that doesn't detect alignment anyway, does it? Only evil intent?
This is a paladin.
Is that different?
It is. Paladin. Paladin's pretty impressive. Nikolai has not given himself an alignment, so he's not evil. I don't think Mitch would make himself evil anyway. Jarbo is not detecting as evil. Bob is not detecting as evil. Nib Nib is not detecting as evil. Do you want me to roll to see if any of your retainers are evil?
I'll have to kill them.
They're fine.
We've only got good ones.
Yeah, none of them are evil. Alright,
I would have done that before we took them as retainers.
alright, so
All right. So the altar detects
altar-
as evil.
faintly as evil.
It says they may detect evil to 6 as per the spell,
Yep, but they're not, so there you go.
so they can't detect alignment.
No, they're detecting evil. Don't argue. The end.
So I convey to the party, the altar is evil. I cannot sense any other in the room.
Oh, that's good. Neutral things will kill us instead. Fantastic.
I reckon someone should sit on that seat.
Okay, hang on a second. Traps. Yes, you found some traps. There are traps on this pew and traps on this pew.
So pew pew. Couldn't help myself.
The railing is 4 feet high as well.
So what? You said there's traps on these pews. I'm going to investigate these traps and have a look for myself.
Okay. Sure. You find what you believe to be a trap. You spend a bit of time having a look at the one directly in front of you, which is at the bottom left. And yes, you believe that the trap is based around the fact that the pew's seat can be lifted up. There is quite clearly a hinge on it, and as you look, you realise there are hinges on all the pews.
Oh, well, I'll open the pew above me then. Or to the north of where I'm standing.
Okay? Sure. That is the third pew down. Alright. It is filled with gold coins. Well, when I say filled, they are scattered along the bottom. There seems to be quite a few of them.
Ooh, we have loot.
Mm.
Right, let's go lift all the other pews up.
Except for the ones that are trapped.
Yeah.
Which
The
are
traps.
The two at the
These
front,
ones.
closest to the altar.
Yeah, those two.
right. Well, maybe
I'm
we should
going
check those after we disable the traps.
Well, yes, but I just put that caveat in there beforehand. I'm going to poke the gold coins with a long pointy object, maybe an arrow or something, so I don't have to stick my hand under the pew.
Sure.
Do you want to cast detect magic? Because there's no traps. Because I can detect magic traps too.
Yeah,
Well-
you've detected traps.
What about poison?
Not under those other pews though.
The only traps you found in your aura were the two front pews.
Okay.
Sibson
So I'll try
is
to
opening
disarm the
this one.
traps.
Okay.
I'll disarm the trap on this front pew.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so Bob starts fiddling around with the gold with an arrow. It chinks and moves, and there's coins in the bottom. You're absolutely certain of it. And
I shall take them out.
Sibson, you open up the pew, and likewise you find that it is filled, or at least the bottom is filled with a scattering of gold coins. There are quite a few of them here. It's going to take you some time. You believe that there are, if you wish to take a count of it, 2,000 gold coins in each.
I
each
instruct
chest.
my retainer to collect them.
Sure.
That sounds like a job for Bob Jr., yeah.
You have a loot thing that you can each, that all of you should be able to edit.
Yep. So that's 4,000 gold.
Well, so far, we haven't opened the other ones.
Yeah, so far. I'm going to try and disable traps on this one because while I can detect traps, I'll know if I've actually disabled it.
So You're going to try and disable the trap, are you?
Yeah.
Fine.
Was there
is
else
that
on
a
it?
time
Who,
you
who else?
your character's weak with that?
Who else is good at disabling traps?
Well,
Someone
I'll just
disable his first right before
I'll
my spell
disable the
runs
trap
out.
below me.
No, you're spending ages pulling out coins, you said.
Oh, I said
Well-
Bob Jr. was going to do it.
Oh, originally you said you are. Okay. So
I was
That's
investigating them
it's-
briefly.
then you said I'll pull them out, but that's okay. Bob Jr. can do it. Are you going to try and disable the trap?
I am.
Right. Alright, you believe that, it's going to be a pretty awkward one to disable. You're not sure about this one, mainly because the trap is so sizable. You think that the trap is across the whole of the pew, and the sheer manner of opening it, and the fact that the trigger mechanism seems to be on the inside. You can only see a few things around the hinges. It's pretty awkward. You don't think you can disable it.
Can I attach a rope to the lid of the pew in any way?
If you had some kind of hook, you could.
I do.
Good.
I have a grappling hook.
I believe
let's-
each of the retainers have a grappling hook.
I shall attach a grappling hook onto the thing and then move
Everyone move right back.
me and my retainer. Oops.
Presume you
They're
attach
on
some rope to
boxes
the
now.
grappling hook.
What's that box supposed to be?
That box is me trying to select my character.
There's a whisper there for you, Julian.
Cool. Let me have a look.
Oh, bloody. That's what the problem is. Select move.
Yeah, so I will explain that to you, because you now have a little bit more visibility, but not entire visibility.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't want to draw attention to it unless it was actually something we should have been seeing.
Yeah, but everyone seemed to be focused on other things. So until someone brought it up, I was going to just let it go. So absolutely, sprawled on the floor near the west wall is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors.
Cool. Nope.
Nope.
Let me bring up the handout.
Nope.
Handout.
We're having a bad track record with fucking archways.
Well,
No,
if there are any other exits out of this,
there you go.
I think the skeleton kind of is a maybe an indication that going through it might not be the best move.
He's pointing to it.
No, he's saying, I wished I went that way.
Yeah.
I,
This is the way.
w-
Guys.
I wouldn't be dead if I went that way.
Well, then hang on. The question is then, why is he dead?
yeah.
But
Well,
The trap.
Because he
The trap.
Because
The
he
trap
didn't-
I'm about to set off.
Because he didn't manage to make it to the archway. All right. So you are.
Everyone stand back. Setting these traps off.
All right. Is that where everyone is?
Yeah, everyone
No,
step
maybe.
back. Back it up.
Boys.
Well, who's down the bottom there?
Tosh, no.
Sheepson's retainer's about to get blown up.
Good point. Why are we over behind a pew?
Yeah, okay, good idea. I duck down.
I can cover, boys.
Okay. Tell me when you wish to yank on the rope.
We all good? I'll yank on the rope.
1 sec. I lost my light source. Okay. Yeah, I'm ducking down behind this pew.
Okay. Everyone where they want to be?
Yep.
Okay. You yank on the rope. The hook is caught pretty well. The rope goes taut with a bit of a creak. It opens, and then you hear a
Cox.
and you notice
Gas.
you notice an oily, greasy grey mist spreading out across the room, and it seems to be moving fairly fluidly and fairly quickly. It seems to be reaching quite a far distance as well. What are you doing?
How is it? Is it really low to the ground? Like, is it really heavy?
It's billowing and raising up as well.
I'm going to go up into this. I'm going to go up into this this walkway again.
Okay.
I'll jump up and pull myself up.
Okay, no one moved now. Tell me what you're all intending to do. So that's what Nimnim's doing. What is everybody else doing?
Can I
said no one
remind
kept
everyone
moving,
that...
please.
Yep, sorry, that was my retainer. Can I remind everyone that there was a corpse pointing towards the archway?
So you're saying we should run towards the archway?
Oh, I don't know.
Alright, stop at this point. If you're going to have a conversation, it will affect time. You won't be able to get to the archway at this point in time without going through the gas. What is everybody doing? And I will start with you, Andy, because that's the token I'm looking at. What are you doing?
Sibson shall flee.
No, I said don't move.
Yep.
I want to know what people are doing. What's Bob doing?
Bob is going to get his retainer to run and then try and assist other people for escaping, but not necessarily go first because.
Yep, cool. That's cool. What is Jarbo doing?
Jabba will also retreat down the black passageway, along with his retainer.
What is Nikolai doing?
Nikolai's also going to retreat down the corridor, but he'll help others get up into the hole.
Okay, so at this point, you're going to have to roll an initiative because we'll see who can do what. So D10 plus your Dex modifier for initiative, and we'll see how fast you go against the gases initiative.
What's the Dex modifier? Where's that?
So if you have a look at your character sheet.
Yeah.
So under Dex.
Yeah.
So if I bring up Nibnib. Nibnib has a dexterity of 16.
16.
So initiative modifier of 1. So 1d10 plus 1.
Okay. 1d10.
Yep.
1. So 9.
Everyone can...
Because I did do the plus 1.
Oh, take the modifier. What else?
Success.
I forgot to say. Yeah, I had a DC set. That's nice. Rolling good as usual.
Hey, I'm way better than you. I rolled a 3.
Once everyone's rolled their initiative, so we've got 1. You can roll an initiative for your retainer. You can roll
for your retainer.
Retainer as well, yep. So retainer just has a 0 modifier for their initiative.
Ooh, go retainer.
Yeah, I reckon. These retainers are awesome.
Pay more attention than I am.
Alright.
My retainer's actually faster than me.
Probably because he's about to fail his morale check. Alright, and I will now roll for the gas.
Ooh.
20.
Hard on a D10 minus 2.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Gas goes last.
We might live.
Yep. Alright.
Possibly.
But you've got to be able to move that far. Alright, so anyone who beats it can try and get out. But you have to be able to move that far in this round. So have a look at your character sheet. My dog decided he wants to make noise in the background. You should have a base move.
Mine doesn't.
Yours doesn't?
Nope.
Oh, you got a move of 0. Your move is 30.
Lucky.
You guys are in trouble.
You made a stone.
Take a deep breath.
Your move is 30, but if you're wearing armor, heavy armor, it will be reduced. Because that was the way I was doing it. So stop that. So let's have a look. Nikolai is wearing chainmail, so your movement was 20.
So chainmail does reduce it to 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm never going to get out of here.
It was a way, other than doing an encumbrance, I was just doing it based on that. Actually, no, chainmail I don't think was going to reduce it. It was only going to be heavy armor that was going to reduce it.
Wait, man.
So yeah, plate mail. So chainmail shouldn't. You'll have a move of 30 with it. My dog's resettling. He's an old dog. All right. So put your move back to 30. All right. So can you get out in that time? It will require you 10 feet of movement to. You probably should be able to. I think all of you. Let's just check. Snap to.
If we're running.
Yeah, let's just do, snap. That's actually a straight line, but I'll let you kind of do it.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're going to be in trouble. You'll be okay.
Changes how fast the gas moves.
The gas will be filling this chamber in the second round.
Cool. Yep.
I'm good.
Alright, so it looks like... Yeah, okay. Everyone over this side is not going to make it.
I think I'll make it.
That's why I'm not clicking on you. See?
Oh, okay.
See, I'm clicking on over these guys.
Am I able to help them?
No, because you're not going to be able to pick them up and throw them.
Shame.
Never toss a halfling. All right, the rest of you should be able to get.
Unless he asks you to first. In which case, I hope you're charging a decent price.
5 gold.
Shocking grasp is double.
All right, so everyone else can get into the tunnel. You should be able to do that. However, these people over here, who's underneath? No one. It's just Jarbo and his retainer. All right, you will both be caught in the gas. Everyone else can put themselves in the tunnel.
I've always got well under the tunnel. Get out of the way. Okay.
This is for Jarbo. And this is for his retainer.
20.
All right.
Yeah.
Jarbo, this could be dangerous for you. Ooh, okay. Jarbo, you will get caught in the gas. You haven't been able to scramble up. You managed to move maybe 2/3 of the way over there. The gas has caught up to you. You feel it's drawn into your lungs. Suddenly, you feel weak. Your knees, your legs can't keep you going. You start coughing and spluttering. Your pack feels like it's grown in weight tremendously, and you fall splat onto the ground. You can barely move yourself under your own strength. Your strength has been reduced to 2.
Oh, good.
Not by 2. 2. It's been reduced by 8.
I suppose there's not a save against this.
Nope.
I don't have any
Well,
cures
it's fine,
for it
guys.
either. Well, let's just rest it. Just sleep it off. You'll be alright.
Yeah, if I live. Question: How many hit points does my retainer have?
D6.
Cool. So so by my rolling, he's probably at -5.
This is strength, not hit points.
Oh,
Your strength has been reduced. Your strength. Not your hit points, your strength.
oh, that's strength damage, right? Okay, so he can kind of move, just not very well.
Yes, he is struggling under his pack as well, because his pack is quite heavy. His strength is 10, or was 10, now it's 5, and he can't carry all the gear that he is normally carrying. He is substantially weaker. You are incredibly weak.
Maybe next time we should cast Augury before we do this shit.
Yeah.
I know, hindsight's a bitch, but just saying.
I'm going to open the pew. No.
That's a bad idea.
Or maybe next time we all get closer to the exit when we do this random shit and leave the monk in the room to do the dumb stuff.
We actually did the same thing poorly last time, too. Where I attached a rope to a door and tried to open the door, but we're still in the actual hallway, and the hallway collapsed.
Dang.
We just don't learn.
Hey, to be fair, I wasn't there.
True.
All right. After that, the gas will dissipate.
All right, let's go do the second one.
But
Oh, come on, guys. Can't be worse.
I'll jump in and see if I can
I'll
help.
stay out of the room if that one's going to happen. But yeah, let's go and check on our companion.
The gas is gone, but I
How'd
can't
you guys
move.
go?
Feel a little weak here.
We don't have to rest, so I can change my spells out to get neutralized poison.
Or restoration. Is restoration a thing in this edition?
So is this a disease?
I
or
don't
is
have
it,
lots of
I
spells.
presume it's poison, some sort of poison effect. Magical. Who knows? I'm not a.
No, that's not a disease. It was a gassy McGas.
So poison.
With
Pretty
poison, yeah.
much. Pretty much, but you know,
Yeah.
it was a very, very toxic one.
Okay. No, I'm just looking at the paladin abilities. And, if it was a disease, I could cure it, but it's not.
Britney Spears sang a song about it, didn't she?
Toxic?
Yes.
Why did I answer that so quickly?
That's all right. System of a Down sang a song about it. That's much better.
Mm.
Oh no, they sang
Hell yeah.
toxicity. There you go. So this is similar. All right.
Let's not do that again.
Are the rest of you staying in the crawl space?
Round tour?
Staying in the crawl space? Leaving the crawl space?
Well, I'm
Staying
coming
in
over
the crawl
here.
space if he's
I'm
going to
coming
open again.
I'm coming over here to help out the two that are on the ground and struggling.
Yep.
So who's on the ground?
If it's dissipated, yes, I'm going back in.
It has dissipated. Haha, it hasn't.
So I
It just turned invisible.
That would be
I
something.
can
awesome.
cure it. Who's affected?
Me and my retainer, because we're the only people who didn't make it in time.
Okay, I can't do shit for your retainer, but I can cast heal on you.
Why can't you heal the retainer?
He's only
Oh,
got
because I only got one heal spell.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to heal the retainer over the high level character.
Yeah, why not? Dick?
That'd go down real well.
Save the weak first. Alright, so I'll cast heal,
Sure.
I'm assuming
which
that
will
actually
it'll heal all afflictions.
Heal enables the caster to channel divine energy into a creature to wipe away injury and afflictions and merely ends any of the following adverse conditions affecting the target: blindness, disease, fatigue, feeble mind, and poison. Alright, so yes, you can have your strength back.
Yay!
Okay, I'm going to go and check out the fruits of our labour.
Alright, there are no
What's in the box?
There are no fruits in there. In fact, there is nothing in there.
Okay.
Oh, okay, let's open the other one.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna open.
I'll set up the thing and stand up here again.
What, really?
Yep.
Let's stand
God,
near the
why?
tell on the rope.
How about everyone else goes out of the room? In fact, the rope's probably long enough that I can get it. We can all get out of the
Can
room.
someone help my retainer get up there? He's gonna have a bit of a problem at the moment.
We've probably got enough rope that we could do this from the entrance of the tomb.
Well, that's what we're doing. I just said we've got enough rope to reach from there. I'm going to help the retainer get in. And I'm helping everyone get up, and then I'm going to jump up and then pull the rope.
Sure, you don't need to all move. We'll just assume that it's going to happen.
Hang
Likewise-
on. Before we do that, should we cast augury, just in case?
No, don't waste it on something like this. We already know what's going to happen.
All right.
Famous last words. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, let's go with it.
Save augury for walking through that portal down here at the front.
Yeah.
I've got
That is a
three
fair
of them.
point.
Okay.
Yeah. Use augury for the portal.
Hang on.
Okay, likewise, a thick, grey, oily, and roiling
Hang on.
gas will escape. Hang on,
Same
what?
colour?
Yep.
Okay. I thought it was green the last one.
What,
No, it was
very
grey.
inventive, were they?
And
I
it will,
misheard then.
and it will start billowing and filling the room. And yes, after a couple rounds, it will dissipate.
Starts coming down the corridor. Oh,
Behind
shit, shit,
us.
You know, I am definitely going to have a gas trap now that after a round or two it goes invisible.
Oh, that is just evil. Brilliant, but evil.
It is.
And
Okay.
odorless.
So what's in the
Okay.
box?
Likewise, empty.
Ah,
Oh, bitch.
Cool.
Let's
Well,
do
I'm
the
going to
blue one.
start looting this one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's loot them all.
The back ones, when you open them, are full of silver pieces. Lots and lots of silver pieces. Do you wish to take lots and lots of silver pieces?
Not with
Yep,
a retainer.
let's load up our pack horses.
Alright, you're going to start weighing them down because this amount of coin is really starting to get heavy.
Well,
I think they should
was it-
just gather
was
the
it
gold to start with.
Yep.
Yeah, was there gold in the other ones? Let's open up these middle ones.
The middle ones have electrum in there. Lots and lots of electrum.
Electrum's worse, isn't it?
it's like
Electrum is
10
worth...
silver?
No,
No.
10 silver is a gold. Each electrum is worth 5 silver.
That's right.
Okay,
Right,
so we
so
want to
they'll-
get that before we get the silver.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the weird one.
See, this is the idea behind this trap. Is you open the first one, it's like, ooh, silver, then electrum, then gold, and you think platinum. Instead, you get a cloud of platinum doom.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right.
It's like, nope, you're dead.
Well,
Alright, cool.
we'll definitely start.
Can
Can we
trap?
spread all these coins across all of the pack horses? I mean, retainers?
Yeah.
If you
I'll
take
ju-
if you take all of them, they will start to be severely reduced in ability to move because you're going to be dealing with well over 10,000 coins.
Why don't we just take the gold and the electrum then?
It's because there was 4,000 silver in each of those, so there's 8,000 coins, 3,000 electrum in each of the two middle ones. There's another 6,000, so 14,000, and 2,000 gold. So you're up to 18,000 coins.
But like, how can we not walk out to the front and come back and just like fill up bags and take them out there and then leave them at the door?
It's possible.
Someone else to take.
It's not like anyone's watching what we're doing and can see us hide all our loot.
Exactly.
Sure.
Can the
Let's do that.
rogue check for traps up here?
Why doesn't the cleric just walk forward 10 feet?
Oh, yeah. They got
No, it is.
detect traps.
Hang on, did we end up detecting a trap there?
No, there was no trap there.
No trap there?
Okay.
I'll keep walking. Any traps?
Nope.
Off to the left.
Any
Sorry, I'm going to
traps?
go AFK. I'm going to loot the gold.
Any
Start
traps?
looting gold.
The gold's already been looted, I believe. Has someone put it in the loot?
Someone
Yeah.
has put it in the loot thing.
Okay, I'm happy to leave the rest. BRB.
Someone's put just 2,000 gold pieces from the pews. It was a total of 4,000 gold pieces. Someone's put
4,000, yeah.
2,000 and then pocketed the other two.
Son of a
It
bitch.
was
Was
definitely
Mitch?
only 2,000.
Mitch? Is that you?
How can I put 4,000 in there?
It says 2,000 gold pieces in the pews.
I wrote 4,000 GP, and then it just changed. This is the trouble when everyone can edit this thing.
Okay, so you now have a bit more visibility in this room. So I'll read this description again. The chair is nicely carved and padded, but seems otherwise unremarkable. On either side of the dais are large, freestanding, large brass candelabras, each holding 5 white candles. In each corner of the southern wall is a large white pottery urn, stoppered with a brass and wood plug. Sprawled on the floor near the west wall is a human skeleton in a black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapours. Alright, let me just look at some things. Cooly McCool.
Cast Detect Magic.
Hang on a second. Who's making that noise? That big...
Someone sniffing some
Is that you, Henry?
white powder.
Was that? Oh yeah, sniffing.
That's really heavy sniffs. Alright, let me just check. Alright, cool. Cool.
Alright.
A lot of things here. I'm
Pretty
just checking. Okay, so what were you wanting to know then? Sorry, Craig.
Detect magic.
Okay.
To have an aura of something else. Nibdib's retainer. Where's Nibdib?
Okay.
Damn it, Nibdib's
The
retainer. Piss off.
the archway will glow magical. But that is all, I believe.
Sure. That's
Hang on a
good
second.
colour.
Yep. That is all. Oh, that's not entirely true. The candelabras glow and the altar glows slightly
The candelabras glow.
because they were, they're lit. And as has been pointed out by Bob when you first entered this room, he said someone should cast detect magic on those because why are the candles lit?
Good observation.
Yeah.
Do we check the pew? Sorry, not the pew. Do we check the altar for traps?
It's not glowing.
Oh, he's to detect traps. Sorry, yes, sorry. What's on the altar?
The altar just looks to be an altar. It seems to be reasonably plain, but it does have a few possibly strange images on it, which the cleric can identify as symbols of good deities.
Mm.
And you should recognise that as well, being a paladin. Is Mitch with us still?
Yep.
You're still in the crawl space? You like it in the little tight areas?
So how to respond to that? No, I'm just running the notes.
That's cool.
I'm going to inspect and search the skeleton.
Okay.
I'm investigating a candelabra.
Okay. So, the skeleton, it looks to be quite old. The bones look like they have withered considerably over some unforeseen amount of time. The armour is pitted and rusted and ruined. You could not make any use of it. There is no weapon on it. The clothes that it does wear are tattered, but it seems to be pointing almost obviously towards that archway.
Human?
You believe so. Either that or a half-elf.
Humanoid.
Yeah, it's not an elf because it's too big for an elf. It's not a dwarf, again, or a halfling. It's something human, half-elf, half-orc maybe. But the bones look to be probably human or half-elf.
All right. The blackened chainmail on it is just from age. It's not black deliberately.
The black looks to it might have been just, the coloration of it. Perhaps it was, made to be black, but the rust, the pits, and the pock marks in it seem to be from age.
Yep.
This was the last time this dungeon turned off.
The candelabra, Bob, it's a large brass candelabra. It has 5 candles. They might be tallow or wax. They are lit. The flames, though, don't seem to flicker.
Do they put out any heat if I hold my hand towards them?
No.
Can I take them off the stand? Can I take the candles out of the candelabra?
Yep, and it goes out.
If I put it back on the candelabra, does it go back on?
Yep.
Can I pick the candelabra up?
Nope.
It's weighs a ton?
It's very heavy. It's a large, big solid brass candelabra.
Yeah.
So it's like a hat
The size of a human.
Pretty much.
Damn.
Pretty cool though.
Oh no.
Inspecting the chair.
Did I
Sit
check
on
any
a-
magic on the altar?
Yes,
Faint
slight
magic.
magic.
Slight magic.
Also, also evil.
Yes. The
Sib-
symbols.
Simpson says it's evil.
Yes.
The only evil I found in Zoom.
And
Is there anything you
Alright.
do like consecrate it?
the images on it are of good deities. The chair is, an old. Looks like it might have been the chair that maybe a high priest would sit at. It's not overly remarkable, so it's clearly not of a ostentatious faith, but it's would have been comfortable at some stage. It's padded. It looks like it would be, quite comfortable to sit in. Lots of nice cushioning, but it is old. It is worn. It's not a bad. It looks like it's the wood. The frame is very hefty. The wood frame is very hefty and sturdy. It would support, quite some substantial weight.
Like to inspect the dais and the altar. Sorry, the altar. What's on it?
Well, it's just images of the good deities.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast augury on this one. Does it look like? Does it look like we can open it?
It's an altar, not a chest.
Or,
Okay.
or a
Basically,
There's things sitting on top of it.
basically it's a
You should
slab.
probably defile it, Craig.
What's that, sorry?
You should probably defile it somehow.
actually, probably
That's usually the way
okay.
to open the altars.
Is it the other way? It would be the other way around because if this has good god imagery on it and it's slightly evil, it's probably already been. So we could perhaps the cleric or paladin could reconsecrate it somehow.
I've got dispel magic. I don't have consecrate or.
No, consecrate would be as a cleric spell, isn't it?
Oh, it was in the third and fifth
Yeah,
edition.
I'm thinking different edition, but so I don't know how you do that exactly.
So
Hey,
cleric spells only go up to level 7. There is no consecrate spell, but you could do rituals. You could probably even use something like a combination of spells to try and restore it, possibly. But it would, restore.
Dispel evil?
No, probably not. Dispel evil wouldn't be strong enough, or you'd probably use it as part of an ongoing ritual. Trying to consecrate the altar wouldn't be a single one-off thing. It would probably be a long and arduous process by which you would be challenging the evil that is within, or residing within the altar, and trying to cast it out.
We should just burn it.
or is it just
Purify it with fire.
As I said, it's a stone slab. Basically, it's a big stone altar. Well, actually, it's a blue stone altar.
Does it look like it was like the pictures on the walls of the good deities? Does it look like the pictures of the people who are corpses and maggots and such like? Does that look like that those images have been defiled and changed, or like does it look like it was originally painted that way?
Good question. You, with your brewery skill, believe that if you had a few brews, you'd be an art critic extraordinaire, but you think it's probably been painted that way. You can't see any indication with your years of expertise of drinking and making drinks that yes, that this has been defaced. You think it's
Right.
painted this way. So there is obviously
Okay.
some kind of dichotomy going on.
Yep.
Which, given the where we are, probably makes more sense that it would be an evil deity
An
than
evil temple.
and they're just taking the piss, so...
Hmm.
Or they're just taking. Oh yeah. Or they're just taking it from a good thing. Of
Speaking of taking the piss, we should all probably piss on this altar.
Tempting.
Is there a reason for doing that?
It's evil.
Two wrongs don't make a right. What about these urns in the corner?
They are large urns, pretty well made pottery, stopped with a brass and wood plug.
Who reckons we should pull that brass and wood plug out?
What could possibly go wrong?
What he said.
I'm just waiting for everyone to like run to the back corner of the room and go for it, and then climb out.
If we were, we'd definitely augury that crap.
Yeah, and we'd also consider, maybe at least tap it to see if there's anything obvious in there, like liquid, whatever.
You're detecting evil again, are you? Are you detecting evil again? Are you muted? Your aura's come on. He's lost. He's gone.
He's checking you. I can't. It's not me using it.
I'm just surprised nobody sat on the chair.
I've been trying to tell
That's
people.
totally a trap.
Andrew, you've been in here for like...
It can't be a trap.
It can't be a trap. I'll detect it.
Your detect traps is worn off now, by the way.
Out of a gun. But I can detect magic. Still. That's 2 turns as well, I think.
Yeah, it's still going. You guys have been factoring.
Hello, sorry, I dropped again.
Yeah, no. So I assume when you put your blue aura on again, you're detecting evil once more, are you?
Correct.
Okay. The evil remains what you saw before.
Okay. The retainers are evil. Kill them.
Absolutely.
Andrew, while you were gone, I was saying, I'm surprised you haven't sat on the chair yet.
Well, we didn't detect traps in the trap. We didn't detect. Did we detect magic on the chair?
No, the chair was non-magical.
Tell you what, that aura from the cleric's going crazy.
I could have went to 60 because it was a detect magic.
Oh, okay.
I'm still detecting magic.
Mitchell,
anything like
I know when you're trying to manipulate me, Mitchell.
One person at a time.
You sit on the chair.
Someone said something
There's stuff
about
in
the
this
altar.
altar.
Yep.
Can we pick it up? Like, what is it? What is it?
They're symbols, and it seems to be carvings in it.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing sitting on top of the altar.
No.
So it's not like the picture we can see with the dagger on it, is there?
Well, let's say there's an image of a dagger on there. There you go.
Okay.
Because,
Is there, like, bloodstains?
No, because that was the token that they had for altar in this map set that I was using.
Yeah. But there's doesn't look like it's been used for sacrifices or anything like that.
Well, if it has, they've cleaned it afterwards.
How thoughtful.
Maybe it's the evil god of murder and cleanliness.
Well, for a different edition, I'd say they'd be lawful evil. Clean up after the mess.
They're still lawful evil in this.
So we're going to cast augury and decide if we're going to climb through this portal over here.
The other option we've got too is that we can cast commune, but obviously that's a one-off. Once it's done, I can't use it for another week.
Is that with the skeleton?
That's pretty.
No.
Yeah, commune's pretty overkill for going through a portal.
Not the
Probably.
Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, this is bad. Like,
Yeah, with our
commune-
track record with portals, no.
Does anyone want to look at what's in these urns? I'm going to
Sounds
take
like you
that as
do.
a no.
Nah.
I can't say I'm overly enthused, but I will actually check the chair it's to see if it's got any Indiana Jones style secret door triggers or anything.
Okay. Let me check for you. Alright. Nope. There is no Indiana Jones Temple of Doom style secret things.
Oh.
You have a bit of a look and you are pretty certain that no, there is none.
I pick up the chair, look under it, and said, "Nope. I'm disappointed but not surprised."
It's a heavy chair, but you can still pick it up. It's just, You couldn't have.
That's.
Sorry.
I was gonna say that's a fair point. We should check around the altar for a secret passageway, or whether it.
Well, we checked it if it can be opened somehow.
Yeah, did we check that?
No.
Yeah.
All I said was you said you're going to open up, and I said it isn't a chest. It's a big stone slab.
Yeah, I was asking if there was some way that
You would have to do a thorough check. You can do that, but you have to get up there with your hands, your nose, and your eyes, and have a good
Ooh.
have a good old
the
sniff.
hands in the eyes, eh?
Have
Why are you being so specific here?
I'm just telling you.
Alrighty, I'm sniffing the altar and crawling over it to detect
I'm gonna
for
ask my
secret
retainer.
passageways.
Stop. Move that character back. Move that retainer back.
Well,
All right. So
Now the monk dies.
40 feet long, hey?
Well, maybe a little bit smaller, but
All right. Make a save versus magic, please.
who?
Nikolai? Also make a save versus magic, please. Bob?
That's what we get for touching the dais.
I'm just looking for where that is.
Is it following that blue path? Is it?
Sort of. So if you have a look at
Save magic spells or devices.
spells, yep, or devices, yep. So Bob has made the save and takes 0 damage.
Thank you, aversion.
Nikolai has failed the save and takes full damage. Bob's retainer doesn't need to make a save because he has just completely and utterly exploded.
My retainers.
A bolt of lightning
Mini Bob.
shoots past, charges on the altar
Shoots through.
and shoots straight up and through and causes 40 points of damage.
Owie.
So even if Bob's retainer saved that, he would have taken 20 points, and he has D6 hit points. just roll a D20 and see how he went anyway, just as a matter of curiosity.
Yeah, we have to do it right. No shortcut.
No shortcuts.
Just let me roll. Ah,
As a 0 level human, he needs to get an 18 or higher. He failed. He had 3 hit points, so he is on negative 37.
Yeah, he exploded.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not much coming back from that.
Nope. Especially when you die when you reach 0.
What? Is there another retainer there?
Alright, at which point, so the other retainers need to make morale checks. Okay, so have a look at your character sheets. For those of you who still have retainers, so not you, Bob, you'll notice that in your charisma, if you go along to the last section, retainer morale. What's that moving up there?
Trying to find my character.
Your character sheet?
No, my character. That's the that's my retainer there.
Your character is directly above it.
Is it? I can't see it anymore.
It might be sitting on top of another.
Oh,
You
there
can't-
he is.
Yeah, he was
Yep,
all there.
he's back. Yeah, cool.
Alright, so those of you who have retainers, find your character sheet, find retainer morale, and you have to roll equal to or that on 2d6.
Equal or higher or equal or lower?
Equal or under, sorry, on 2d6.
I don't have value. Or was it just my charisma value?
You don't have what, sir? You broke up then badly.
I don't have a retainer moral value.
Jarbo?
Whew.
Okay,
I've
you
got
don't either. So your
Smack
charisma.
bang on.
So your retainer doesn't decide to throw in this and say, screw you, I'm going home. So a charisma of 12, 047. So 047, your retainer morale is 7, Jarbo.
Just man.
Looks like Nikolai's is probably packing it in, is he?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him run away.
Sisbin's probably is probably hanging around.
Hey, he's good.
Yep.
All right, Nib, did yours succeed or fail? Nib.
Passed.
Oh, yep,
Yep.
pass. Okay,
Right
so
on, mate.
only
Sorry.
Nikolai's runs away. So Nikolai's is bolting. Where is your retainer, Nikolai?
Going to that glowy passageway.
There he is. Oh, you called him Torchbearer. Okay. So he's just going to run. Are you going to try and stop him? He's dropped his pack and he's just bolting.
As long as he's left his pack full of gold.
Alright, he's going to run. He has had enough.
I think the reason why my retainer was fine because he was too weak to actually see what was going on. Could lift his head and says, "Was it raining inside?"
Alright,
And why is the rain red?
okay, hang on. I need to do this. Alright.
Ooh.
After the bolt of lightning shot forward and exploded Bob Jr. into, what can only be described as a very, very festive scene. The altar slowly starts to morph its colour before it becomes a fairly fiery looking red. What are you still doing, Bob?
Please,
I'm probably going to jump off.
Okay, jump off then.
Mm.
Do I still detect magic with it?
Yes.
Is it still evil?
Yes. I think. Hang on, I need to read. No, it's not. Actually, who's detecting evil? Someone has to detect evil to do it.
It would be me.
Paladin, presumably.
Hey, Paladin, is it still evil?
I detect evil, Julian.
No, it's not.
It was almost a James.
It is not evil.
I convey that to the party. It is not evil. It is no longer evil.
See, I
Let's
blessed
touch
it.
then.
So we'll have to get
Let's
the Labyrinth system by vaporizing old Bob Jr. here.
And we just released the evil from it. Bob sacrificed himself to...
I'm going to have my retainer
Oh
touch it.
dear.
I'm gonna stack the steps at the left.
That's what it was like. Alright, so what are you
Alright,
doing?
everyone
sir?
move out of the way. Everyone move off the path. And I'm going to move my retainer down here, and it's going to touch the altar.
Oh, fuck
What?
me.
Why are we going to do that?
Oh god.
Alright, stop. No one move. Alright. Alright, let me just do this.
This will be a giant
And you're all
fireball.
dead.
Fuck me.
But it's no longer evil.
Nope, it's not evil. It's
That
just
doesn't mean it's
rude.
It's terribly, abominably
chaotic amoral.
demonic.
30 foot.
Chaotic.
30 foot.
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Radius fireball.
Radius explosion.
Come on. It's bright red. What do you think's going to happen? Blue is lightning, red is fire.
Alright,
I don't know. I expect to be fire.
I'll
just
tell you if I
expect it to be
survive this
radius.
first.
let me, you know,
I might be healing some people.
You might be scraping some dark stains off the floor.
True.
Now we have to carry all that gold ourselves. You could have waited till they had it closer to the exit.
Could have not touched it.
Well, that's true.
so everyone that's in that aura, can everyone see the aura?
No.
Negative.
No.
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 Oh, that's because I didn't.
Haven't turned it on yet.
I did, but I didn't make it visible. Hang on.
Well,
Oh god.
we're making saving throws versus magic.
Yes, you are. How'd you guess?
I'm psychic. Did I succeed? I succeeded again.
You take 0.
I love being a
Spells or
monk.
devices?
Spells or
Yep.
devices.
Hey, I'll live.
Aren't
Maybe.
you lucky you moved, Nikolai?
Is the
Well,
number
we
that
did
you've got in
describe
here
the
already
glowing
inclusive of
flames.
Paladin?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not inclusive
Is
of
it
paladin.
save modifier? Does it say modifier in this?
Only if you have something like a paladin or a dwarf capability. Halflings
God
also
damn.
get bonuses, +4 to save. Versus spells and
So-
spell-like devices, so you get +4 modifier on it.
What was it to save?
Save versus spells and devices.
Yep. So 6. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Cool.
So-
So I presume that the pews will offer no cover or protection of any kind.
You are correct.
Cool. So fucking hell. How the fuck am I going to carry anything around now, you fucking idiots?
Hey, mine was a genuine mistake. The second time it's been ludicrous.
Jaws.
Alright, so
I can't wait to see what
Question is,
comes.
do I have evasion?
So Sisbin failed, Nib Nib passed, Jarbo, is that a Jarbo passed?
Yep.
You got 2 d20s, was the second one for your retainer.
For amusement value, yes. He somehow leaned into it.
Let's just for completeness determine how many hit points he had. He had 4, so he's on -56.
Holy shit!
So am I taking half damage?
Yes, anyone who made their save takes 30 damage. Anyone who failed it takes 60.
Ow.
So hang on,
passed
did
that.
I fail or pass?
Did you add any paladin bonuses on?
Yes.
So you needed to get 12 or higher.
I need to be higher. Right, okay.
Yep. So you got a 4.
Yep.
So
Yep. Okay.
So how many hit points does everyone have?
You can see. Also, I'm going to shake the next person who does that.
so
If I live.
Sisbin doesn't have any hit points left.
Sisvin's dead.
He's been cooked, y'all.
Cool.
How many hit points did he have? Oh.
Not 60.
56. Not 60.
Is he dead or is he down?
He dead.
Dead.
0 is dead.
0 is dead.
Well, we went from 3 games with no deaths to 1 game with almost TPK.
No, Bob's hasn't taken any damage basically. And look at
Touch it again.
No,
Touch it
that's
again. Lick the fucking dais. I
look
dare you.
at, look at Nikolai. He's like,
Oh, hey. What's
Hey,
happened
did
to
the dice change colour?
What happened there?
the dice didn't change colour.
What about the altar?
Can we touch it again?
Hang on a second. Let me just do this.
It's been blown apart into more little bits.
Blue light.
Stand in front of it and touch it. Hey, is it evil again? Oh wait, you don't have a paladin to tell you.
Oh, by the way, some of those pews have been severely damaged, and the wooden railing is, pretty
On
screwed.
fire.
Yep. The
What?
the brass candelabras did get knocked back somewhat. The chair has been blasted to splinters.
Oh, that was a nice chair.
Was past tense.
And every retainer, except for the one that fled, has been evaporated.
It just goes to show that the one who fled was smart.
You know, our third round of characters, we're not actually going to be able to get retainers. There's going to be we're just going to have a bad reputation.
Yeah.
But how do
Okay.
we have a bad reputation when we're completely new characters? We don't have a reputation.
I
Because
think
everyone
because
goes
the
through the
tomb.
sigils.
Because you guys are idiots for going into the tomb and taking these poor farmers and peasant folk with you. Come on, we'll give you a couple coppers each day and, we'll let you carry all our shit.
What could possibly go wrong?
Doesn't that make them idiots?
That's what hazard pay is for.
Yeah, they were going to get way more money out of this than that. There's a whole chest full of gold for them. Speaking of which, who was carrying the gold?
The
Presumably wouldn't be-
retainers were, and they dropped all. The only one that survived, who, well, so far that you know of, dropped his pack before he left. Sisbin is going to vamoose out of here unless someone is going to resurrect him.
Does the cleric have resurrect?
I was told not to take resurrect. I was told not to take raise dead.
Ray's
I don't
dead.
have resurrect.
Raise dead is not resurrect.
No.
I don't think I have resurrect.
Resurrect is.
Available.
Resurrect's the high level one, isn't it?
Yes, resurrect is resurrect. Raise
Oh
dead.
yeah, it's level 7 and not
Yep.
level 7.
Oh, you don't have level 7 spells. You have level 6 spells. There you go.
Yeah.
I think Sisbin's done.
Stick a fork in him.
Oh shit, I can't heal him.
Sibsin is sizzling.
All right. Do you want to pick another character?
I feel strangely. My character feels strangely hungry. It's not cannibalism. It's humans.
I will possibly pick another character before the next game. I don't think I have it in me to do any more this evening, I don't think.
No, that's fair enough. I'm going to put Sisbin into the bin. Sisbin.
Sisbin. Sisbin in the whiz bin.
All right.
And so I suppose we have to heal everyone now. Can you heal by resting?
Yes, but not a
What's the-
lot. You heal D3 per night of rest.
So
But you'd get D6 if you had that amulet.
You'd get D3 times 2.
Okay.
Different than D6. D6 is a flat.
Okay, but I can swap out my level 6 spells
Tomorrow
to just
you can.
take three lots of heal. Yeah, and then that'll heal everything up to 1d4 of hit points.
Yep, you were saying something, were you, Mitch?
Yeah, I was saying the skeleton that's lying on the floor pointing to the doorway. I think when we came in, you said that it was wearing black armor. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
As in blackened armor?
No, this was asked, and it looked like it has been,
Okay.
possibly, but it's very old, so it's hard to tell. Maybe it was baked on by multiple explosions. Who knows?
Entirely possible.
Oh.
I mean, it is looking a little bit blacker. Maybe originally it was silver. You could be right. Hard to tell. You almost lost a couple of characters. You almost lost a couple of characters there, and Nikolai, if he was in that aura, was also one saving throw away from death.
Oh yeah, that was a 10-foot,
Oh yeah.
5-foot death.
If he failed it, he would have died by 3 hit points.
Oh, damn,
I would be
okay.
dead if I failed.
Yep.
I would have been close.
Geez, aren't we glad I didn't take that Holy Avenger?
Alright, so I suppose I'll start healing peoples.
No, don't heal me, I'm fine.
Or you can leave it, and we'll pick it up next time.
I shall meditate for a turn and heal myself 1d6 plus 5 points.
A turn is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's right. So we can do this next turn. We'll just leave it there after that explosion and fun.
That was pretty funny.
Well, we have our first character death.
I never did find out whether my inspection of that thing found out if there was anything to move the altar. Though I suspect I didn't get much time.
No, as soon as you touched it, it started charging and crackling, and then the lightning bolt took off. And the second time, as soon as Nib Nib's retainer touched it.
Why did he send his retainer to touch it?
Because he didn't. Because
Well, for
the
obvious
retainer
reasons.
was, the retainer was sacrificial, just in case it was, a touch effect that only affected the person that touched it, rather than everybody.
A fucking 30-foot radius.
As a monk, I would have happily touched it after everyone moved.
Kablamo.
Oh well.
Oh, indeed. All right. Well, that was fun.
It
Wasn't too bad.
I will
I'm going to move.
think about what I'm
everyone
going to play next time.
back to the launch. Oh, look, there's someone in the Fallen.
Oh,
We've finally done it.
we have.
Give him a little badge.
I think I'm going to have to create a tombstone for him, and I'll send that to you, Andy.
Thank you. All right, guys, it's been fun. I'm going to go get some sleep.
All right.
No worries. So yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.